He's going coast to coast. Clear the runway. He's coming in. It's a helicopter slam jam. He's going to pull up from 3. Count. Watch this guy go. Dribble drive, backs it in, and gets it.
From the Macon Coliseum and the Macon Centerplex, it is the end of day 2 of the Dr. Ralph Swearingen GHSA Basketball Championships. Macon Madness brings us to game 4 of 4, day 2 of 3. The boys Class A 5A Championships between Miller Grove and Allatoona. It is a battle of number 1 versus number 2. I am John, this is Sean. Thanks for accessing us however you are doing so. GPB TV, gpb.org, or the GPB Sports app. And it's different styles that have gotten these two teams here, and they've only lost 2 between them, but they both went to Miller Grove.
Yeah, John, everyone has a different style, but when it comes to the game of basketball, it's only one thing important: who gets the W. Miller Grove is going to come out here, John, again, force the tempo, try to get inside the paint, get to the free throw line, especially with Al Tariq doing this thing with the ball. But Allatoona, John, want to hold the game under 50 points. So if they can do that, we'll have a good game to see which one works the best.
Now let's talk about Miller Grove. Miller Grove had a bit of a run. They were not in the championships last year, and you have to start your conversation. Player of the Year, the state of Georgia, heading to Storrs, Al Tariq Gilbert.
Yeah, you talk about a young man, John, for the last 4 years. He's really put his stamp, his name into the books here at Miller Grove. 20-plus points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He can do it all. Player of the Year here in the state of Georgia. Now he gets a chance to finish it out on a strong stage, John, and then start his next chapter there at UConn.
And as we talked about in the tailgate party, it's all about Al Tariq Gilbert, but it's not all about Al Tariq Gilbert. We'll get into the depth as we get into the game. On the flip side for Allatoona, 31-0, 18-0 in the region under Marcus Hood. And we're going to focus on a sophomore who brings dooms. It's Doomsday.
Yeah, Trey Dooms, John. We're going to talk about him throughout the contest, averaging 14 points a game, a sophomore. 31-0 for this team. Do understand it's a team effort. Dooms, he's been put into position, John, at a young age, but he's going to mature. He's matured throughout the season, and now he has a chance to see how he can finish the season against a number 1 team there, Miller Grove.
3 starters for Allatoona averaging double figures. Dooms averages 15 and 6. Third member of our broadcast team is Sam Crenshaw. Sam, what's the early word from the floor?
Indeed. Of course, a couple of stories about both teams. We talked with Coach Hood this week about the team. So we should talk about the heart of our team. We have something at Allatoona called Shop of the Buck. It's something where student athletes go out and do odd jobs during the holiday season to raise funds in order to go out and provide a holiday present for those who are underserved. So that's something that they do. Meanwhile, of course, they lost to Brunswick last year. That Brunswick team's picture can be found on the office door of Sharman White, along with this slogan, GOTB 34. Get our trophy back on March 4th. Today is March 4th, and we see if they get that trophy back. Hey, as these two teams get ready to collide. Ought to be a great one.
We'll hold you to it, Sam. It is a great one. 31. Only 2 losses between these 2 squads, 31-0. And let's take a look at the keys to the game brought to us by our friends of the Technical College System of Georgia, TCSG. Learn more, earn more. Keys to the game for the Wolverines.
Well, it's guard play for Miller Grove, John. Penetration, getting to the paint. When you do that, you force the defensive help get to the free throw line. That's a big plus there for Miller Grove, John. The tempo has to be in their favor up and down the court, transition basketball.
Flip side for the Bucks, what do you see?
Allatoona, they want to control the tempo of the game, John. We spoke about it. 25 games this year under 50. That's their bread and butter. Control the tempo of the game with their defense. Stop penetration. Force Miller Grove to play on the perimeter and limit them getting to the free throw line.
24 of the 31 games held folks under 50 points. Let's take a look at our starting 5s brought to us by our friends at Regions Bank. It's time to expect more. Kevin Perry, Dylan Ramsey, Ephraim Shimanga, Doomsday. That's what Allatoona is hoping for tonight with Trey Dooms and Randy LaGrosse. Big 6'8" in the middle. It is 3, 12, 23, 24, and 25 for Allatoona. On the flip side, for the Miller Grove Wolverines, no stranger to playing in the last game of the year. Aaron Augustin, already over 1,000 points. Al Tariq Gilbert, Player of the Year. Raylan Richardson, big on assists as well. Colin Young and Joshua Jackman getting the start. For the junior squad there, it is 1, it is 3, it is 4, it is 24, and it is 14 for Miller Grove as they chase after championship number 7 under Sharm White. Marcus Hood has built this program from his time at Hiram. Much like the football program and Gary Varner, Marcus Hood has done the same thing when it comes to Allatoona. They were lean years to start, 5-win seasons. There's Marcus Hood right there.
But, John, it's a process. I mean, you talk about building a team and a program, and I've always stressed this. When you're building a program, John, it doesn't happen overnight. You got to take your time. Sometimes you get a taste of the championship. Now they want to get a piece of the pie. And so this Allatoona team, John, they're pretty good to be 31-0, John. They're doing something special, and it starts with Coach Hood and his process.
There's Sharm White. I guess we like to say the Natalie-attired Sharm White. He's always busting out the purple for the last game of the year. Went over 250 victories in his 11th year in Miller Grove this season. Can become the 10th boys coach to win his 6th state title with a win over Allatoona. And the Wolverines' only losses this year came to out-of-state teams, St. Louis Chaminade and Highland Lone Peak in Utah in one of those pre-Christmas tournaments. Lost Chaminade St. Louis on December 5th. A week later, they lose to Highland Lone Peak by 2 points. They have run the table in the state of Georgia to the tune of 29-2, putting up almost 2,400 points for this season.
Yeah, Coach White, John, you'll talk about him throughout the broadcast. He's one of the top high school coaches in the nation. He's been a part of the Junior Olympics program. I mean, this young man has done it all. And on top of that, he's going for a 7th state championship this evening.
They became the first boys team to win the Quad A championship for 4 straight. Became the first with 6 straight when they won the 2014 5A title game over Warner Robins. And we're underway, Class 5A title game. Clash of styles with Miller Grove and Allatoona. Aaron Augustin. Tariq Gilbert. 3 White. We'll be paying attention to him a lot today. Heading to UConn. Looking to make an early statement. Drive, right hand, front of the rim, no good. Allatoona rebound.
And see, John, the penetration there, Tariq just missed a teardrop layup, but he was able to get to the rim.
Trey Dooms looking to create. Turnover coming back. Here's Joshua Jackman. Up and in, and a charge. They're going to wave it off. So the foul's on Jackman. We'll see what happened here.
Well, you know, penetration, good defense. The defense was set, John. That was a good call by the official.
From Chemanga drawing it. We're still scoreless, 45 seconds in. Dooms trying to put the shot up on Jackman. He does. First bucket.
Hey, John, that was a nice move. Penetration to the basket, an up and under move. Just a strong finish there, about 10 feet in for Dooms. Good move.
Colin Young. Jackman. Kick to the inside, a lot of dark jerseys. Allatoona comes out with it. Fake on the pass, knocked out of bounds. Great defense, Raylan Richardson.
And, John, we talked about tempo of the game, and you see Allatoona, these first two possessions of the game, transition basketball. They love transition now. They want to score off their defense, but they won't rush it when they get in the half-court set.
Dangerous pass. Shot no good off the back of the rim. Follow for another 2. It's Ephraim Chemanga. Justin, Raylan Richardson, Jackman, thought about driving. Colin Young thought about it, step on the baseline, turnover, Raylan Richardson.
Well, John, I'm looking at Allatoona's defense. It's a matchup zone, sometimes man-to-man, but they want to match up in your area and just force Miller Grove to be a little bit more patient on the offensive end instead of having a direct or easy attack to the paint.
Roland Wooden checking in for Allatoona. Sophomore. Five-second call, turns it over. Let's see what Miller Grove can do. Heads up play for the 2.
And sometimes, John, you got to be creative. That 5-second count goes real quickly, and that was definitely a heads-up play by Augustin.
The downside to not facing the man throwing the ball in. spin, paint, rimmed out. Jackman fouled in the scrum. Looks like they're going to call it. And Chimanga.
I say sometimes it's Augustin. As a senior, he's seen this play before. I'm sure he's played it in his head several times. Opportunity to present it himself so he could avoid the 5-second count.
Sometimes you just got to break the ice however you can, and a fanny pass will do it sometimes. Richardson, Tariq Gilbert. Spin move, easy too.
A nice crafty move for Gilbert. John, we talk about penetration. If he can get to the rim like that, Alatuna's in for a long night.
A lot of hands involved. Miller Grove pressing. 3-on-3. How are they going to go here? Left hand spin move off the rim. No. A lot of bodies. And they're going to say that Jackman was on the baseline. Goes to Alatuna. Here's a more conventional two.
Yeah, penetration, John, against the matchup zone. Being crafty. Up and under with the loop-to-loop move. Good move there for Gilbert.
Coming up on 3 minutes gone. Tied at 4 here in the boys' 5A title game. Alatuna and the 6-time champ, Miller Grove. Driving the ball knocked out of bounds by Jackman. Stays with Alatuna at 4:57. Marcus Hood looking to bring Randy LaGrosse in at 6'8". Going up against Raylan Richardson in the paint. LaGrosse gets it swatted from behind. Transition, Miller Grove. Big scoop for two.
That's a strong move, John. He was able to control his body in midway of changing position to avoid the charge and transition. Big time move by Gilbert.
Alatuna scored the first 4. Miller Grove scored the next 6. Wolverines up 2. Dylan Ramsey thought about it. Kicks it back to Kevin Perry. He's spending his college time in Brunswick as a member of Coastal Georgia. The Deuce, LaGrosse.
Hey, LaGrosse has bullet himself down to the position to score, John. 2 dribbles, no drop step, no up or under. Just will and power to get the deuce.
Chimanga on Augustin, and they switch. A lot of hands in there once again for Alatuna. 2-on-2. Nice pass and the deuce.
I'm going to tell you something about this Alatuna team, John. They're scrappy. Defensively, they get their hands pretty much on every pass that Miller Grove has done tonight. So this is a scrappy team, and you can see why they're 31-0.
4 separate players have scored for Alatuna for their 8-6 advantage. Shot no by Miller Grove. Alatuna will slow it down.
And so here's the walk-up. Offensively control the tempo of the game. Throw into some half-court motion.
Dooms and Jackman up high. Swing it around to Chimanga. Dylan Ramsey. And bring it all the way back out. Behind the back dribble, looking into the paint, baseline. Whistle ahead of time as LaGrosse tried to go. Looks like they're going to call Raylan Richardson for it. That's going to be his first. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, it'll be free throws for Randy LaGrosse. And Alatuna getting a lot of scoring from a lot of different folks. Right now, they've got the early 2-point lead over Miller Grove in the 5A final.
Where do you come alive? A stadium, lecture hall, a music hall, church potluck? This year, you have a new spot, walkgeorgia.org, a free website that provides you with all the resources needed to get your heart rate up and body out in your community. Sign up and receive individual or group fitness tracking, fitness demos by certified trainers, recipes, and a guide to resources in your Georgia County, all in one easy-to-use site. When you move more, you live more. walkgeorgia.org.
Welcome back, Macon Coliseum, Macon Centerplex. 3:03 for the first here in the boys 5A championship. Alatoona up by 2 over Miller Grove. And let's find out how these two squads got to this particular point in time. Road to the championship brought to us by our friends at Georgia EMC. Georgia EMC lighting the way, a 60-point win over Sprayberry in the first round. ARC slowed them down. Miller Grove won by 7. South Paulding a win by 25. And then McIntosh surprising them with a stellar defensive effort, holding McIntosh to only 52 points, winning by 20 to get to tonight. Flip side for the Buccaneers. Alatoona getting here, beating Salem by 12, Morrow by 11, Southwest DeKalb by 12, and hanging on to Cedar Shoals by 2. And once again, you see the difference in scoring. Alatoona happy in the 40s, 50s, and low 60s. Miller Grove wants to be a little higher scoring than that. So the higher the score, the more it goes with Miller Grove. Road to the championship brought to us by our friends at Georgia EMC. Georgia EMC lighting the way.
And here's the thing, John. The score is 8-6. All points have been scored in the paint. So what it shows me is you got transition baskets by Alatoona off missed shots and steals and turnovers. Miller Grove, they're attacking in the half court, also in transition. Once the perimeter play opens up for the jump shot, then you spread each other's defense out. So that's going to happen over time. Whoever can start hitting the outside shot, John, will be the team that will prevail.
Well, Gross misses the first. .68 senior, averaging a little over 3 points, 4.5 rebounds a contest. Gets the second. The margin's 3. The 2-3 pressure high. Shot rushed by Miller Grove that time. Kevin Perry coming out with it for Alatoona.
Yeah, Saunders just went out of control inside the paint, John. Not the ideal shot you want coming out of a timeout.
Aiden Saunders, 12 for Miller Grove, and White checking in. Averaging almost 8 points a game, 2.5 rebounds. Trying for the cross-court pass, dangerous. All that were there were white jerseys. Coming back in transition, Miller Grove. Off the left hip, didn't go. Alatoona coming out with it. They've got numbers if they can take advantage of it. Wraparound pass knocked out of bounds, stays with the Bucks. There's your quarter in a nutshell for the first 8 minutes. Alatoona goes 4, Miller Grove goes 6. Alatoona is now on 5 themselves.
And that's a game of basketball, John. It's a game of runs, and whoever can control the tempo of the game will control the outcome of the game.
Working perimeter, Perry looked like it was partially blocked on the way up, but Perry's going to chase after it and grab it. Ball was kicked by Miller Grove. It's going to stay with Alatoona under the basket at 2:08. Sharon White's already gotten rid of the blazer. Just inside the 5-second count. Dangerous, almost over and back. Dylan Ramsey with the toe touchy, keeping it in possession. Dooms drive, misses it, going to the line.
I like Dooms, John. He's very strong with the basketball, being in attack mode, especially when the defense extends on him beyond 26 feet from the basket. Good job of getting to the rim. Now let's see if he can finish with the 2 free throws here at the strike.
Speaking of 2, second foul for Raylan Richardson. First free throw short. Joshua Jackman back in.
And John, we've always gone a full quarter, and we've had one jump shot attempt between both teams, and that was blocked here in the deep corner last possession. You know, somebody's got to start pulling up and being able to expand the defense with some perimeter play.
Second free throw rolls in for Dylan Ramsey. Sorry for Trey Dooms. Dooms now with 3 of Alatoona's 10. High arcing jumper off the back of the rim, no. 2 guys, Miller Grove jerseys, go after it. Augustin trying for the 2, gets fouled on the way up. Let's see who they call the foul on. So they're going to call it on LaGrosse. That'll be his first.
Was it spoke about it? Tariq comes out. Not a good shot. It was a contested shot. He was off balance. still no rhythm play on the perimeter, John, and that's something you got to be concerned about, especially with both coaches. Everyone just can't put their head down and drive to the basket, especially when you have help in the paint.
Roland Wooden checking in, number 10 for Allatoona. Michael Johnson checking in, number 2. Free throw by Augustin is in, makes it 10-7, now 10-8. Coming up on 90 seconds for the first quarter. Dangerous cross-court passes, out of bounds. Deflected, it's going to stay with Allatoona as Naquante Hardy, number 10, is checked in. He's gotten his active hands in there already.
Yeah, active hands are key for Allatoona and Miller Grove, John. The better the pressure, the better the defense, the better the outcome offensively.
Good shot fake. Got Hardy up in the air, the 2 for Shimanga. He's got 4, it's now 12-8.
And you see how they extended the zone right there, John? They're forcing the offensive play to start about 26 feet back, so the penetration takes a little bit longer getting to the rim.
3 on 4, but numbers up front. Missed the layup. And off Joshua Jackman last, who got back on defense. It's going to stay with Allatoona.
Yeah, this is backcourt. And when you play zone defense, John, you got to be aware of the back doors and the back cuts. And right there, Allatoona just took advantage of the lost offense.
Tried to loop it over and through. Ends up as a turnover. Shots too hard by Augustin, but another whistle on the drive up.
You know, John, and you think about Al Tariq and how much we've talked about him at the start of the game. He just really hasn't been effective here in the first quarter, down 4 points with under a minute to go for Miller Grove.
Fouls on Kevin Perry, his first. Dylan Ramsey checking back in. Kevin Perry will sit. Augustin's second free throw is short. Rebound Dooms. Guarded by Jackman. Dylan Ramsey. Picked up by Hardy. There's your pressure up high. Almost creates a turnover. Now it officially does. Gilbert double teamed immediately. The ball hit the floor. A lot of scrapping going for it. Allatoona comes out with it again. Behind the back and missed the layup and the follow. Oh.
Wow, that's just a strong instinct, John. Did he call a walk on that? Did he call a walk on that?
He did.
No
Watch
way.
This.
You
Behind
can't.
the back. Dooms. 1, 2. Oh,
okay,
yeah.
he ran. He ran.
That didn't qualify as a Euro step for you?
No, that was a Euro step behind the back. But you know what, John, to have the instinct to do that, that's pretty good for a young fella coming in here in a championship game.
That's what you play on the hard tops up on Highway 92. Corner jumper, rim, no. Under 15 seconds, Hardy comes down with it. I'm going to call a foul on the joust, probably on Roland Wooden.
And John, that's a good shot for Saunders out of the corner. It looked pretty good going in, but now you got to keep the defense honest to extend instead of staying in the paint, knowing that they will take that outside shot. I thought it was a good shot by Saunders.
Fourth foul by Allatoona. Going long. Allatoona actually lets him inbound to get set up for the final 10 seconds. Let's see what happens here. Crossover, double team, kick to the corner. Rim, no. Rim's not kind to Miller Grove in the first quarter. That was almost a walk again. More chaos at midcourt, and that's the quarter. The quarter of runs. Allatoona, Miller Grove, then Allatoona. And Allatoona comes out, just another kid from Allatoona. Fanny pass gets you 2 and an early run. But right now it's Marcus Hood and the Buccaneers up 3 in the 5A final on the great GPB.
This program on GPB is made possible in part by supporters of the Georgia High School Association, including the following.
This isn't just any team. This is your home team, okay? It's not about A team or B team. It's not about your boss telling you to be a team player or to take one for the team. No, home team is about pride. It's about standing strong, pulling together, and going crazy about a bad call you know is right. But because it was against your home team, it must be wrong. Look, some people just don't get it because it's not their team. But Farm Bureau Insurance does, because everyone needs a home team for insurance, and we are that.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
Today, companies in the aerospace, advanced manufacturing, and film industries need skilled workers, and the earning potential is high. Go Build Georgia can show you where the jobs are and what skills you need to get them. And the Technical College System of Georgia has fast, affordable training for these great-paying careers. Build your blueprint for success at GoBuildGeorgia.com and look to the Technical College System of Georgia to put your plan into action.
Welcome back. Macon Coliseum, Macon Centerplex getting ready for the second 8 minutes. Allatoona up after the first quarter, 12-9 in the boys 5A championship game. This Sunday night, join Georgia Public Broadcasting as we bid farewell to our friends at Downton Abbey after 6 wonderful seasons with a special live event surrounding the series finale. Will everyone get their happy ending at the Abbey? Let's find out. It all starts Sunday night. Downton Abbey finale on the great GPB. Sam Crenshaw, what has happened after the first 8 minutes over on the other side?
Had a chance to talk with Coach, listen to Coach Sharman White and what he was telling his team. Defense, he's stressing. Ramp up things on your defense. Force them to speed things up. Try to get them to speed things up in what they're doing on the floor. You got to do something special tonight. What you've done all season long, tonight may not be good enough. So give that extra special effort, he's calling them the other night. And just be alert at all times defensively. Those are the things he wants his team to do.
Thank you, Sam. What about the efforts in the first 8 minutes?
Well, John, turnovers. Everyone wants to play faster. Both teams got 7 turnovers. So, John, we talked about Ugly Betty in years in the past, and right now that first quarter was not pretty. It was a little Ugly Betty basketball here in the building this evening.
Let's see who rears their head here in the second 8 minutes. Allatoona with that three-point edge, working the perimeter right now. Pass inside, LaGrosse wanted it. Ends up with another turnover. That's the 8th for Allatoona. Up off the back of the rim, no. Jackman, Gilbert, spin. Trying to create, calls a foul.
And see, John, Gilbert's getting to the rim, but you got a 3-on-1. Either he's got to pull up, make the jump shot at the free throw line, force the defense to come up, and now you get a layup because your teammate's aiming for the rim. Everything just can't be a beeline for a layup, John.
Foul on Trey Dooms, his first.
And he's too good of a player to be doing that, John. I think a lot of times you get caught up in the emotional aspect, his senior year, trying to win a state championship, but he's got to make better decisions. You got to try an opportunity, pull up jump shot every now and then.
Second free throw up and in, and for those who missed it in the pregame show, Gilbert and Goldie are now the same fraternity. Turnover. Gilbert for 2. That was a quick 4-point turnaround to give Miller Grove the advantage, which lasted all of about 15 seconds. Trey Dooms a more conventional 2 than going behind the back. 14-13, 1 minute in. Jackman looking to drive. Calling steps.
And see, John, when you're talking about speeding up the tempo of the game, like Sam said, you know, that's good for Miller Grove. But it's not about steals and deflections and getting in the passing lane. You got to keep the offense in front of it. If you're going to speed up the tempo of the game, don't allow them to get to the basket. And Sherman White, I'm sure he's a little frustrated with how the defense is not playing the way that he's taught it all year long.
Kevin Perry back in. Shimanga will sit. Joshua Jackman had to go because of some of the contact. He's got some blood on his jersey. They have to swap it out. He can't hang out on the floor. They have to stop the bleeding and try to get him back out there. Michael Johnson. Kevin Perry. Dooms. Guarded by Naquante Hardy. 3. Back rim. Hardy with the rebound. Long. Spin off the glass and in. Colin Young.
Yeah, John, still not smooth basketball both ways. Even though we got the basket here by Hardy in transition with the spin, both teams just aren't playing solid basketball now. They've got to find a way to clean it up.
Attack from behind. Block from the front. Miller Grove another opportunity up 1. Can they go up 3? Charge, no.
And John, I just spoke about it, John. Everything can't be a direct path to the basket. You've got to pull up. Kids at home, players at home, pull up, pull up. Here's the advance up the court. You see it, the guy standing there at the basket, pull up. You've got to play basketball. Everything's not a layup.
Fouls on Augustin, his first on the drive on Randy LaGrosse, who drew the charge. Dooms lost the handle, knocked out of bounds, stays with Altoona at 5:42.
But John, another reason of the frustration that I have here, I'm sure both coaches are having, each team has 1 assist. So that tells me you're not playing to get your teammate open. Everybody's driving to the basket with their head down and not playing good basketball.
Jump ball heading the other way on the alternate possession goes to Miller Grove. Are the teams trying too hard, you think?
You know, John, yes and no. I think it's a little bit more of their characteristic. Let me just go one-on-one because they're better than their opponents. But when you're in a championship game, you still have to spread the love. You got to share the basketball. You got to be a little bit more smarter than your opponent.
Corner jumper rimmed out. Then still not kind. Pass was too far by Shimanga to Kevin Perry. It's going to go back to Miller Grove.
Well, John, 2 things uncharacteristic. First of all, that wasn't his shot in the corner. That's not his 3. That's not his game plan. Second of all, Alatoona, they want to play under control. That advancement that quick, they haven't played that way all year long. So a bad shot, turnover. Transition basket, John, turnover.
Coming up on 5 minutes to go, first half. Double team pressure on Gilbert. Finally kicking it around the perimeter. Augustin tried for the drive, lost the handle, turnover.
You know, John, that's frustrating as a coach. He had a wide open jump shot at 15 feet. He's got to pull the trigger. He's got to let it fly. Even if he misses it, now the defense can really, you can sell them on the shot fake.
Sharm White trying to talk to the officials. John Ewok, Willie Crosby, and David Edmondson trying to get his points across as we go. Drive, bounce, Johnson, no. Stripped and out of bounds. Shimanga looking to inbound. He does. Chima Ogboy, 15. Averages 3 points, 3.5 boards a game. Shimanga back up top. Ogboy, the sophomore. Long jumper. Shimanga for 3.
That's the first perimeter 3 made all night long, Johnny, here in the first half. We've had 5 shots outside of 12 feet. The first shot made on the perimeter.
Missed everything. Saved for another go-round, but they're going to say that he stepped on the baseline. As Richardson tried to save it, here's your 3.
And you'll take that, John. I mean, if your open guys take the shot in the flow of the game. If that's not your style of playing, don't shoot the three, but then don't force the basketball as putting your head down and driving to the basket.
Ogboy called it, too. As soon as he gave it to Shemang and the ball went in the air, you saw that big right middle index finger for Chima Ogboy go into the air. Speaking of Ogboy, tried to body it in, didn't happen. Chased after the rebound, back to Miller Grove. Alatuna's lead is 2, halfway point. And a pass that creates another turnover. Now Miller Grove wants to press. Alatuna breaks it, 2-on-1. They've got numbers, but once again, hands in the passing lane, knock it out of bounds.
Hey, John, I hate to say it like this. The players are looking like bowling pins out here, John. There's no bowling ball, but everybody's falling to the floor. Basketball has to clean up, especially here in the last 4 minutes of the second quarter.
7-10 split working right now. Strikes and spares. Alatuna up 17-15, 3:48 in the first half here on the great GPB.
Life, like video games, is all about getting to the next level. Mastering skills, gaining knowledge, and setting goals are crucial to success in both.
Coming out of high school and jumping into manufacturing, I started here on the floor, hands-on, and I just worked really hard and tried to learn everything that I could, and I advanced pretty quickly. I think there's definitely a place for women in manufacturing.
Georgia Department of Education's Career Pathway courses give you the chance to power up your future. More information is at georgiasfutureworkforce.org.
Welcome back, Megan Coliseum, 3:48 for the first half. Over to Sam Crenshaw with your injury update on Joshua Jackman.
Yeah, watching with Joshua Jackman, they worked on him for quite some time. Here's a cut above his left eye. They treated it and they bandaged it up, and he's back. Just went back into the basketball game. Looked like he should be able to continue to play tonight.
Now that's a dangerous spot. Let's take a look at how it happened. Watch the forehead on the drive, right there on the swipe, I guess. And the swipe on the way up, he got opened up. You saw it right over that left eyebrow. And that's a dangerous spot because there isn't a whole lot behind it. You open that up, and that could turn into a gusher.
Yeah. I mean, just one of those plays, John, that happens in the game of basketball. And especially if you're an aggressive player like he is in the attack mode 24/7. But sometimes, John, you just got to play the game but be a little bit under control. Again, the perimeter shot, smooth out the offense just a little bit more, John, and good things will come. But Miller Grove, John, tonight, it's like head down, drive to the basket, don't pass it to your teammate.
And they've missed their last 4. And Alatuna's only hit 1 of their last 4, but you look at this, and if you double this score, you're thinking of something in the 40s right now. This has to be Alatuna.
Yeah, John, I was just thinking that, but I was thinking about this as well, too. You know, if you talk about them keeping the ball at least 2, wow, it's a nice layup.
Missed the bunny. Gets the follow, does Gilbert, but wow.
I mean, he's an athletic player, John. He really is.
But to your point on the game being in the 40s right now?
You know, John, it's just not one of those games that's flowing good. I don't know if Alatuna wants you to play ugly, just play uncharacteristic. I think that's part of their game plan, John. Don't play your game, just drive, and you're going to make sure you take bad shots.
Long jumper was a clanker. Gilbert now with 6 in the quarter, 10 overall. They're going to call a block on the way past Michael Johnson. It looks like Colin Young's going to go to the line. Kevin Perry back in, LaGrosse back in. Roland Wooden out. Let's take another look.
Here we go, transition basket. Got a little crease in there. It was a good finish, getting to the rim. And let's see if we can get an and one, John.
There's your and one. You kind of see Michael Johnson leaning with that right-hand side as he was going into the lane. Miller Grove now with their biggest lead at 3, 20-17, under 3 minutes to go first half. Alatuna walking it up the floor.
Well, they want to control the tempo when it comes to them, John. Transition basketball when it presents itself. And then just force Miller Grove to play very much out of control here in the first half.
Reach in on Raylan Richardson. That's Richardson's 3rd. Aiden Saunders back in. Foul on Colin Young as the shot tried to go up. 2 quick fouls. It's now 6 on Miller Grove, 6 for Allatoona.
And John, that's not really coming in ready to play. Richardson picking up the 3rd foul on the substitution. The defense really has to get together, John, and have a clue what's going on.
Ramsey makes the first, averages 6 points, 4 boards a game. 6'2" senior. Hits them both. When we talked to Marcus Hood during the week, right now Kevin Perry's the only one, number 3, who's getting looked at. He's signed with Coastal Georgia as an NAIA product down in Brunswick. Foul on the drive on the baseline. But it's those glue guys for Allatoona that are making it happen, where you look at Miller Grove and you see Gilbert going places. You see other players traditionally going places for Miller Grove. Right now it's a bunch of glue guys holding it together for Allatoona.
And John, in talking to coach as well, one of the things that he stressed, guys, don't look at on the Miller Grove, don't look at what's on front of the jersey. You got to look who's wearing the jersey. We're just as good as Miller Grove, and we've got a chance to win a championship tonight.
Lane violation. They're going to do it all over again. There have been more lane violations and 3-shot fouls in these first 2 days that we've seen in a lot of time watching basketball. Missed free throw. Allatoona can't hang on to it. So this is basically a free play for Miller Grove here. What can they do with it? Bunch of cutters, bounce. Give and go. Elbow. Nope.
But John, that was a good shot. I mean, that was a good shot. Even though Gustin didn't hit the shot, the drive to the elbow, good elevation, that was a good shot. Take that shot a little bit more.
Chimanga brings it up with 2:10. Tyler Jackson in the game now, the 5'8" junior. Miller Grove with a 2-3. More than happy to have it there. Fake in the corner. Bunch of passes trying to create something amongst a lot of white jerseys, and they're going to call a foul.
And the zone did a good job, John, of slowing Allatoona down. But on the penetration, you know, they're just spaced out. Nobody's between the man and the basket. He's got an open seam, and then they picked up the foul.
Colin Young was the one who was called for the foul, but you saw all those white jerseys in the paint collapsing on the ball.
Yeah, but John, if you're going to defend, John, I'm not going to defend beside you. I want to have my body between you and the basket, and no one's between the offense and the basket, John.
Ramsey misses the 2nd free throw. And we're tied at 20, the 4th tie so far, coming up on 100 seconds for the first half. Spin, right hand, got it.
Okay, that's a good play. That was an inside-out basketball, under control, nobody driving to the basket. That was a good play by Miller Grove. Good offensive play.
And Quante Hardy with the bucket, averaging 10, 4.5 rebounds a game. It's his first 2 on the night. Miller Grove back up to 22-20. Chimanga and Tyler Jackson out high. 3 Miller Grove players hanging out about 19 feet 9 inches.
Yes, a 3-2 zone, John. 3-2 zone, matching up, take away the perimeter play.
Because the big 6'8" LaGrosse isn't in there. Jumper missed everything, saved, but then intercepted.
Now this is when Tariq's the best. Transition basketball. Again, John, I don't understand what he's thinking tonight. You can't get to the rim every time. He's such a good basketball player, low gravity to the rim, but every time you can't break the crease, and especially at the next level, John, that's a block, that's a turnover. He'll be sitting. He's got to pull up or make a play outside the 3-point line with a dish or an assist to a teammate.
And that's one McDonald's All-American talking about another one. Free throw in. Gilbert now with 11. He's looking to make in Coliseum. A lot of crowds, been good crowds tomorrow. Morgan County, the entire county of Morgan County will be here tomorrow as we get ready for the halftime show. Mark, Jackie, who've been here since the beginning. They'll be here till the bitter end. Second free throw good. Miller Grove now up by 4 at 24-20. Allatoona 3 for their last 12 from the floor.
Going back to the 3-2 zone, John. You see now the patience that Allatoona has. Middle Grove has a 4-point lead hopefully going to the half. So let's sit back in the zone and force them to make an outside shot.
Let's see what Dylan Ramsey decides to do here, guarded by Joshua Jackman. We're at 20 seconds. Trey Dooms coming out to meet him. When Sharm White changed, the complexion of the game changed when we got to this 3-2 zone. While it does match Allatoona's speed, the athleticism is paying off. Augustin missed it. That's the half. Game of runs to start in the first quarter. Miller Grove took advantage of Allatoona play in the second quarter. And Miller Grove is now through the first 16 minutes on a 9-3 run. Sam Crenshaw with Sharm White.
24-20 the halftime score. Coach Sharman White, thoughts about the first half of this game?
I mean, it was a good half of basketball from the standpoint of, people that like to see teams that really get after it defensively. I still think we can play better defensively. I think we can do a little bit better and ratchet it up a little bit more on defense. And we got to get out and run a little bit more on offense. I'm not so incredibly concerned about our offense as I am about our defense. 20 points is not a lot of points to give up, but still, I think we can even be better than this.
I think the score kind of lends it to which either team.
I mean, it's all about winning this game. So if we got the same amount of points at the end of this fourth quarter, right now, I'm good with that.
All right. Good luck to you second half.
Thank you.
That is Coach Sharman White, Miller Grove. Score is 24-20. Now let's go to Mark and Jackie.
Sam, thanks so much. Coming up on our GPB halftime show, we will have scores, we'll have highlights, we'll have statistics from the first half.
We'll also hear what you guys are saying online in the world of social media. That and much more coming up right after we take a quick timeout. We'll be right back.
Here, beauty is a lot more than skin deep. For more than 100 years, we have focused on creating individual success stories. This is a place where professors are mentors, competition is cheered, collaboration counts, experience is hands-on, and connections are lifelong. VSU, over 100 majors, championship athletics, focused on your success.
This program on GPB is made possible in part by supporters of the Georgia High School Association, including the following.
This isn't just any team. This is your home team, okay? It's not about A team or B team. It's not about your boss telling you to be a team player or to take one for the team. No, home team is about pride. It's about standing strong, pulling together, and going crazy about a bad call you know is right. But because it was against your home team, it must be wrong. Look, some people just don't get it because it's not their team. But Farm Bureau Insurance does, because everyone needs a home team for insurance, and we are that.
Hey, great party. Oh, thanks. Here you go. One hamburger, medium well. This is well done. No. That's medium well. What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burnt. That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
back to GPB Sports coverage of the GHSA Boys and Girls State Championships from the Macon Coliseum. We are at halftime of the fourth and final game of day 2. It's the boys 5A championship game between Allatoona and the Wolverines of Miller Grove.
And coming up, we will get to first half scores and highlights. But first, let's talk a little social media and talk about what you guys are saying online. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter at GPB Sports. And hey, also don't forget, if you send us your photos and we put them up here on the air, we are going to be giving out some GPB swag, and that could include some selfie sticks. So make sure that you send us your photos and tell us who you're rooting for in this matchup tonight. We have Justin chiming in saying he's having to watch this 5A boys title game on his iPad since on the website, since his twins are watching a movie. Let's go Miller Grove. That is dedication. I like your hard work there. Then we have Coach CVR chiming in. Let's go Allatoona. Perfect season on the line. Hashtag Just a Kid from Allatoona is their school sports hashtag, so they're trying to promote that there for Allatoona. Then we have Dan chiming in. Really excited for this game. Great programs with great coaches and great players. Both sides of the ball, absolutely. Like I said, make sure you tell us who you're rooting for. Tell us where you're watching from if you're watching outside of the state of Georgia. We want to hear from you guys, so you can tweet us at GPB Sports. Use the hashtag SpiritWorthSharing. Also, send us your photos for the chance to win some GPB swag and maybe a selfie stick.
Those selfie sticks. Time now to check out the Georgia EMC scoreboard. We have crowned 3 state champions, 1 more to go, 16 minutes of regulation to play. In the girls 2A state championship game this afternoon, Holy Innocents knocks off Wesleyan in overtime, 66-64. It was Holy Innocents' first championship since 1999. In the boys 2A state championship, Pace Academy pulls off the basketball football daily double, beating Manchester by a score of 65-43. 5A girls, Southwest DeKalb outlasts Winder Barrow 49-48 to win its 5th state championship since 2008. And right now at the half, Miller Grove leads undefeated 31-0 Allatoona, 24-20.
You know, it's really impressive to have Pace Academy football, basketball, and then, you got Allatoona out here looking to try and do the same as well. Right. Before we get to more of the ball game action here in the second half, it's time now for our career of the game, brought to you by the Technical College System of Georgia.
Looking for a career in the medical field? You'll find great job opportunities and free tuition through the Technical College System of Georgia. Learn practical nursing, medical office assisting, pharmacy technology, and many more jobs in need of skilled talent. A free education in 10 high-demand industries awaits you at the Technical College System of Georgia. Change your life. tcsg.edu.
It's been a very interesting pace of play. Allatoona had won 25 games and their opponent scored 50 points or less. Right now, Miller Grove is right at that 24 points, so we'll have to see what happens in the second half.
If I had to say, if I may, the girls really showing out today with the impressive ball games so far. We'll see what the boys have in the second half.
All right, we'll see what happens there. All right, we're getting ready for the second half of the game here. It's day 2, and it's the 4th and final game of the GHSA Boys and Girls State Championships from the Macon Coliseum.
It's the 5A Boys State Championship finale. Lots of fireworks in the first half, and I have a feeling there will be a lot more on the way. Don't go anywhere. John Nelson and Sean Golden have the call coming up in just a few.
This moment, getting here took 3 years of sleepless nights and postponed vacations. Your dad said play it safe. Your husband kept the faith. But franchising is why you partnered with Regions in the first place. We share your vision for moving forward. And at moments like this, that makes all the difference. Is your business at a turning point? Regions.
Cotton contributes $2.5 billion to the state's economy annually. It takes more than 60 cotton gins and manufacturers to bring cotton into our everyday lives. Kids always like to stay in the pool a little too long, and when they do get out, covered in goosebumps, you feel the urge to wrap them up. The cozy embrace of cotton does the job. Cotton, the natural choice for Georgia.
What's the next great American invention? Meet a few Georgia Tech students who have an idea.
We're Team Replantable, and we've invented a way for people to grow produce right in their kitchen.
Engineers and innovators of every stripe present their proposals to the judges.
Science and engineering.
Industrial design. Mechanical engineering.
Computer engineering. Electrical engineering.
See the teams who've earned a golden ticket and who will take first place at the 2016 Inventure Prize at Georgia Tech. Wednesday, March 16th on GPB.
Back inside the Macon Coliseum, ready to get started with the second half. Coach Marcus Hood of Allatoona is here. People would say that the score of this game favors Allatoona. It says it's an Allatoona type game. What do you say?
I say we're down by 4. You know, we got to tighten up a little bit. We've given up a few easy buckets on the other end, and we left some points out there in the first half. We can't do that in the championship game. We've got to finish things.
I know you appeal to your team to just calm down, settle down, and do some of the smart things on the court. Tell us about what you want to see from them in the second half.
Well, when they went to the zone, we knew it was coming. We didn't move well enough. We didn't attack the gaps very well, and we didn't bust the middle of it. And we're slow moving right now, a little slow processing. We got to take care of the ball better.
We'll be looking for that in the second half. Good luck to you.
Absolutely. Thank you. I lost my boys, too. So.
Yeah, you lost your boys.
Yeah. You got some water?
Yeah, but we'll find that for you, Coach.
Thank you.
That is Coach Marcus Hood. Needing a sip of water as his team starts the second half.
Well, I got some water down here, Sam. I can reach for it in a second. I can toss it your way, and then that way we can take care of Coach Hood and those pipes of his, because he's going to need them for the final 16 minutes. All right, partner.
All right.
Looking at that first 16, you like to call it Ugly Betty basketball.
Looking at it, do I have to look at that first half, Joe?
It had its moments, so let's go ahead and roll it and show you what's going on, especially one McDonald's All-American to another.
Well, he's a better player than what he's showing right now. He's trying to get to the rim, trying to be so creative. Sometimes he's creating too much, but when he gets to transition, John, he knows how to get to the basket and get you two. So that's what Al-Tariq does. But on the flip side, Allatoona is right there, John, only down by 4 points, and they made the only 3 of the first half. So it shows you, John, 24-20, Allatoona down by 4, Miller Grove not playing a solid basketball game. We got a full half to go. The thing that sticks out to me, John, is definitely the turnovers, combined 24 turnovers between both teams. So I tell you, something isn't right with what's going on. The formula of success is there. Both teams, one's 31-0. The other team has a chance to go for the 7th state championship. So, you know, the second half, John, will be the tell-all.
Stats brought to us by Farm Bureau Insurance of Georgia. Stats courtesy of our friends at West Georgia Technical College. And by the way, Sam, if you ever want to come by the broadcast table, I have the water for Coach Hood. So if he ever wants it, here it is. There's your water.
And I got water too, Coach.
There
we got a lot of water for you.
We're going to throw it when we can't really throw it across the floor. That creates a bit of an incident. So these are Marcus Hood's waters. Sam Crenshaw, you want to pick them up. Those are there for you. You get ready for the second 16 minutes. Getting ready. See, there's the guy. He needs the water.
Can we get Mr. Ref? Can we get a water to Coach Hood?
You want a water?
Can we get a water to Coach Hood? He needs a water.
Or give it to the Allatoona coach. Big Sean. There you go. Take a water over to the head coach of Allatoona. Give him to the Allatoona staff. There you go. Gentleman in the white dress shirt right across the way.
It's always good to give, Coach John. It's always good to give.
Always good to be nice to the coach.
Yes.
Marcus Hood, a McEachern guy. Played baseball and basketball while he was there. His first job was coaching the girls at East Paulding High. And it was there that he got his CDL certificate. Yes, he drives the bus. He drove one of the buses for the football team as they made their way to the championship at the Georgia Dome. He drives the bus for the basketball team as well. And that scoring graphic, they were scoreless since the 4:32 mark. That takes care of it right there. 5 minutes and 12 seconds. They finally get 2 on the board.
But, John, that 2 points came from movement offensively, number 1, and then off an assist, not a drive to the basket.
Augustin.
And so what we talked about, John, the first half, we got movement and an assist in Allatoona. Miller Grove comes down and hits a 12-foot jump shot.
Back to 4s. They've traded deuces here. First minute, third quarter. Dooms kicks it back. Still a little out of control. LaGrosse is thinking about it. Back to Dooms, near corner. Into LaGrosse, he cleared out.
I don't know if that was a charge, John. He's not strong enough to push over a straw house. So, his elbow to the heart right there.
That's his second.
Don't know if that was a charge,
Watch
John.
on the inside right there.
Yeah, I really don't understand that one. Just trying to get position, let the kids play.
That's the third on LaGrosse, something to pay attention to as we go forward, picking it up a minute 10 in. Al-Tariq trying to create. And got whistles.
And see, again, I think Al-Tariq is trying to do too much, John. That was out of control. If I was an official, I wouldn't have awarded him with the foul then, John. That's not fair to the defense because the defense is doing the right thing of contesting the shot. Al-Tariq, that was just an out of control play right there heading to the basket.
Fouling Dylan Ramsey, his first. Al-Tariq to the line.
As good of a player as he is, John, I've seen this kid hit outside shots, be the team floor general. But something happens to you when you get to your senior year, you get to the state championship game. You didn't win it last year. You felt that you let the program down. And now you want to overcompensate, overcreate, overdrive to try to bring home a championship.
This is the first free throw. 75% free throw shooter on the year. Makes the second. Margins to an odd number at 5, 27-22. Shimanga guarded by Augustin. Dooms and Young. LaGrosse looking to clear out again. He does for the two.
Now that was a charge. That was a charge, John. The first play wasn't. Good no call by the official to balance the calls out, but that was a charge.
I was going to ask what's the difference between the second one and the first one. And he gave it to me. Quick stutter. Gilbert up the back of the rim, no. Slowing it down, Dylan Ramsey.
Even though Gilbert missed the shot, John, that's what I would say would be the first clean play of basketball that Miller Groves had all night long.
Gross wants it, has it, guarded by Jackman. Off the front of the rim, no, and it looks like Jackman's going to get called for the foul, and it'll be his second. All right, here's your second one with LaGrosse here.
There you go, get the ball down low. Yeah, now that was a charge, but they didn't call it a no call. So I guess he decided to go ahead and balance the play out, John.
Free throw good.
Here's another unsung hero, John. This young man's averaging about 3 points again, LaGrosse, and he's been very effective starting the second half here in the championship game.
He's doubled his average. He's got 7. Back to a 1-point margin. Augustin looking to go on Dooms. Dooms staying with him. Al-Tariq looking to create. Rimmed out on the 3. Allatoona comes down with it. Thinking about running, thinking against it now, and they'll start up. Jackman on Dooms. Dylan Ramsey. Big inside, LaGrosse working the height, push off before the shot. Looks like a foul on Colin Young.
And John, looking at LaGrosse. Now, the stats say he only averaged 3 points a game for the season. But he's a presence out here, John. He's posting up low. He's being effective when he gets the ball in the paint. He's rebounding. He's altering shots. I mean, he's a basketball player tonight, John.
Well, LaGrosse at 6'8". The tallest player on the floor by a couple of inches. And so Sharm White's having to do some situational substitutions to try to match. Brenton Cox is now in, 33, to try to match physicality.
And John, there's another assist. A cut to the basket, another clean play, basketball-wise, another cut to the basket with the assist. That's a good job by Allatoona.
Shimanga the deuce. He's got 11. Allatoona with the lead again, 28-27. A 6-0 run for the Bucks. Gilbert, front of the rim, unkind. Allatoona with it again, and a foul. Or did he step on the baseline?
Yeah, stepped on the baseline. But again, LaGrosse, again, basketball, good solid basketball, John. And it starts with an assist. Those are good plays.
Let's look at the Shimanga bucket to give him 11 on the night. Augustin, back rim, no. 4 black jerseys in there, and they're the ones that come down with it.
And there's LaGrosse again, John. 2 possessions in a row, 2 defensive rebounds.
Alatoona crashing the boards here in the third. Drive, and they're going to wave it off with interference.
But I would go hug that kid because he had made those plays all season long. He's got confidence, and John, now he's being aggressive, attacking offensive glass.
Third foul on Jackman. Here's another look. It's in the cylinder.
But that's a good play. I'm okay with LaGrosse making that play, John. We'll make it up because we're getting to the free throw line if you're Alatoona. If he can continue to keep making plays like that offensively and defensively, Alatoona will come out with a W.
Cox out, Naquante Hardy in. So Sharm White going situational substitutions here at 4:29. Second free throw for Ramsey. He's missed his last 2, makes that one. He's got 4, and the lead's back to 2. From the floor this quarter, Alatoona's made their 3. Millard Grove 20%, 1 for 5. Augustin, Hardy, Jackman and Altariq. Trying to dribble into the paint, does. Short, missed everything. Baseline step, goes to Alatoona, turnover.
Yeah, good basketball.
That's 11 now for Millard Grove.
And great defense by Alatoona. Just help defense, keeping the penetration away from the cup. Tariq just can't get that space to get to the rim.
10 turnovers for Millard Grove. Alatoona on a 7-0 run. Ramsey and Dooms up high, give to LaGrosse. Into the paint, high, no. LaGrosse comes away with it with that height, 6'8". Another follow for Alatoona.
That play started with LaGrosse. The play before that, even though he messed with the ball in the cylinder, he was encouraged to go attack the rim offensively again. LaGrosse is playing out of his mind tonight, John.
A 9-0 run now. And it's on LaGrosse. That's 4. And when we come back, we'll get the free throws. 3.5 minutes to go here in the third. Alatoona playing to their speed. Millard Grove getting frustrated. The Bucks up 4 in the 5A title game on the great GPB.
What is by moonlight an empty field is by the magic of electricity sacred ground. As the official energy provider of the GHSA, Georgia's electric membership cooperatives proudly support our student athletes. We are there, illuminating the glory moments fans just have to see. Capturing the hustle, elevating champions, sharing the win. Georgia's EMCs, empowering our youth, lighting the way.
Welcome back, Macon Coliseum, Macon Centerplex. 3.5 to go here in the third. Alatoona winning pace, up 4, 31-27. You like all-star players here in the state of Georgia as Marcus Hood is talking to his. Here's your schedule, brought to us by our friends at Georgia EMC. Bright and early, breakfast, lunch, and dinner with GPB. The girls' Class A private, St. Francis and Green Forest, followed by the boys' side, and that's going to be fun at 12:45.
Probably, John, that boys' game is the best game in the tournament all weekend long. We've got good basketball, a good game tonight, good games throughout Saturday. But that game right there, 12:45, right there, that's an awesome game.
The entire county of Morgan will be here from the 3 o'clock hour. They're going to play Jackson Atlanta in the 3A girls title game. And then they're going to play Jenkins in a rematch of the title game from last year. Finish up with the 6A. Phyllis Arthur and McEachern will play Tucker, winners of the last 2. And then the boys, a battle of Region 3. Westlake, Pebblebrook, version 4.0.
Yeah, another big-time game between those two. It'll be their 4th time meeting this week, John. 4th time meeting this year.
And we kind of heard that possibly the folks from Westlake might be having some special visitors. In TV parlance, we call that a tease. We hope they make it, because then it'll make for nice TV, which is what we want to show the folks.
Yes.
First free throw is good for Augustine. Hits 2 of about every 3 on the season. Missed the second. Margins 3. Miller Grove pressing off the miss. 2-1-1. A lot of hands, out of bounds. Stays with Allatoona.
Now Miller Grove with the press, John, was very effective. Allatoona wasn't ready for the press. Even up a missed shot from the free throw line. Good defensive strategy there by Coach White.
Ramsey, rolling Wooden, working it into the inside. Taller players from Miller Grove, but Allatoona comes up with the basketball and the 2. Chimanga.
Well, these kids from Allatoona, John, they're smelling the victory right now. They're up by 5 points, and they've got the confidence in themselves to win a championship tonight.
11-1 run for Allatoona to get the 5-point lead. Miller Grove was up 27-22. 6:50 to go. He slows that down, make it 33-30. Once again, pressing off a make. Dangerous pass that time. Loops it back out. Almost made it. Chimanga high off the window, but it looks like he'll go to the line, and it might be on Jackman, and if it is, it's 4.
And John, the way that Allatoona is breaking the press is the way that you're supposed to do it, with the pass. It's not a dribble to put yourself in a position to get trapped. Advance the ball, side, top side, reverse the ball, advance it up the court, and then attack it when it gets close to the rim.
Back of the rim, Chimanga missed the first. Aiden Saunders in, Joshua Jackman out. With those 4 fouls, Jackman is going to be lost for a while. Second free throw, got it. 7 in the quarter for Chimanga, 34-30. Rayan Richardson down low, and they're going to call a foul before the move. Roland Wooden, his second, the 4th foul for Allatoona. Miller Grove also has 4, so we got a while before we get to the free throw line for 1-and-1s. El Tariq, rim no. Uncharacteristic shooting night for El Tariq Gilbert. Pass. They're going to wave it off on steps on Dooms before he got rid of the basketball.
Well, great job attacking in transition. Just unfortunate travel right there at the end. But that's a confident play by the Allatoona squad, John. Good defense, good transition basketball. Unfortunate call with the turnover.
Under 2 minutes to go now, third quarter. Spin. Front of the rim, no. Again. One opportunity for Miller Grove, and that's it. But there's your press off the miss. Bodies all over the place. Where's the ball going to end up? Alternate possession. Miller Grove. And El Tariq is hurt. He's shaken up and all that stuff that was going on the floor. This was a scrum and a half.
And look at this trap. Just been active with their hands. Miller Grove being aggressive, going for the ball. El Tariq's on the floor. Toombs on the floor. Who's going to come up with it? And that's a reason why Allatoona and Miller Grove are here in the championship game. The way they played, they went for the ball on the floor, John. Championship teams do that.
Trey Dooms wanted to call a timeout, but he couldn't get his hands together to do it. And make sure they get that spot dry. From the 5 different players that hit the ground trying to get possession of that basketball off the Miller Grove press. 96 seconds for the third. Allatoona up 4. It looks like Marcus Hood's going to call a timeout, just to kind of talk things through for a little bit. Pitchers and catchers have reported in Florida and Arizona and California. And Ken Burns presents his latest documentary now that it's officially baseball season, Jackie Robinson. It's an enthralling look at the groundbreaking career and civil rights activism of the baseball legend, featuring extensive interviews with his widow, Rachel. See how their love story was the foundation for all of his success, coming Monday, April 11th, from the great GPB.
And what a pioneer for our generation, John, Jackie Robinson, and what he did with the racial barrier in sports. Just an icon forever to be respected.
Marcus Hood, Allatoona 2 of their last 6 from the floor. Miller Grove 2 of their last 9. Let's listen to what he's got to say.
Always on 3, 1, 2, 3.
I think he was excited. He was just clapping.
Yeah. John, could you play baseball?
Yeah, I was one of those left-handed pitchers, first baseman.
I never played. Two of my best friends, Tyrone Hill and Julius Prince. They were good baseball players, but I couldn't play. I was afraid to get hit by the ball. So I stuck with basketball and football.
Well, I was one of those left-handed relievers that didn't have a fastball, and everyone would sit there and go, well, throw your fastball. And I'd be like, no, you're not going to get my fastball because I know you could crush it. Jumper, no, Miller Grove. Second chance, easy two. And the foul call, they're going to try to get for a three-point play. Aaron Augustin to the line.
Well, John, this last minute and a half going into the fourth quarter is big. Miller Grove can cut this down to a one-point game. These are crucial free throws here for Augustin.
Third foul on Shimanga. Free throw no good. Leading scorer for Allatoona tonight. He's also got 3 fouls. He's helped out Trey Dooms in the backcourt a great deal, and there he is bringing it up the floor. Dooms, dish, Deuce, foul.
Another play led by another assist. John, when you play team basketball, good things happen. In the first half, John, you may have had 2 assists from Allatoona. You didn't have plays like this in transition. Everybody's trying to drive to the basket. Good pass, good finish, chance for a three-point play.
That was on Aiden Saunders. 12 white for Miller Grove, his first. Perry completes the three-point play.
Perry's like, I am not going out my senior year without a championship.
The margin 5, 37-32. We've mentioned before, Kevin Perry is signed with Coastal. He's the only player that has declared who is a senior from Allatoona. We have all these glue guys from Marcus Hood. Obviously, a lot of them are going to be getting good looks tonight, like Dylan Ramsey, Shimanga, Randy LaGrosse at 6'8". And a drive in the bucket there for Aaron Augustin, and we'll do it all over again on this side.
And Augustin, very athletic, very crafty, John, getting into the paint, using the bunny hop, avoiding the charge. Here's a drive. Here's a bunny hop. Yes, and there was movement there at the end.
Caller on Dooms. It's his second. Augustin with 8 in the quarter. He's got 13. Gilbert has 13 to pace Miller Grove. Here's your press. Near corner. Perry, dribble drive, trying to throw it back into play. Miller Grove in transition. Augustin.
And see, Tariq saw the play, advanced the ball, and got a wide open layup. Now he's really good when it comes to transition basketball, John.
Fifth tie at 37. Bodies on the floor. Alternate possession will stick it with Allatoona, and they're still going after it down on the floor. Augustin, Michael Johnson, number 2 involved. Dooms, 23 involved.
Well, Jen, you got a tie game. 20 seconds to go, 27 seconds to go in the third quarter. I mean, both of these teams want this really, really, really bad. And those are the kind of plays that would dictate who comes out with a W in the end.
Naquante Hardy in. Colin Young, 14 out for Miller Grove. Four players for Miller Grove average in double figures. All Tariq with 20 plus. Young, Augustin, and Hardy average 10. Braylon Richardson at 9.7. They average 77 as a team. They're only halfway there, but it's taken 3 quarters to get to that halfway number. Under 10 seconds. What does Allatoona do? Launch a three. Bang! Kevin Perry.
And sometimes, John, shots like that do go in.
6 in the quarter for Kevin Perry. Restores Allatoona's lead from 23 feet. Fourth quarter coming up on the 5A title game on the great GPB.
This program on GPB is made possible in part by supporters of the Georgia High School Association, including the following.
This isn't just any team. This is your home team, okay? It's not about A team or B team. It's not about your boss telling you to be a team player or to take one for the team. No, home team is about pride. It's about standing strong, pulling together, and going crazy about a bad call you know is right. But because it was against your home team, it must be wrong. Look, some people just don't get it because it's not their team. But Farm Bureau Insurance does, because everyone needs a home team for insurance, and we are that.
Jackie Robinson was the greatest athlete in American history. But he knew it wasn't enough.
This land is your land.
Jackie felt an obligation to speak up.
This land is my land.
From Ken Burns.
He knew that we had to have racial equality.
If you only know the legend, you don't know the man.
Life, like video games, is all about getting to the next level. Mastering skills, gaining knowledge, and setting goals are crucial to success in both.
I attended the College Career Academy when I was a sophomore. At the time, I was working at Taco Bell, but I realized that just wasn't for me. What I do here in my job is very similar to what I did at the College and Career Academy.
Georgia Department of Education's Career Pathway courses give you the chance to power up your future. Information is at georgiasfutureworkforce.org.
Welcome back. Final 8 minutes of day 2 of the Dr. Ralph Swearingen GHSA Basketball Championship. We get to decide the boys 5A class. Allatoona up 40-37. Sharm White chasing after another title, and this is the one that started the run. The Quad A final against Tucker. DeKalb County versus DeKalb County in 2009. Lafon Udofia, Stephen Hill going up against Tucker. Tucker had problems from the floor. They were 2 for 19 in the first halves. And this is what Udofia means to this bunch. Watch the drive here. Udofia dribbling through. And the win for Miller Grove starts it all for the Wolverines. And he's chasing another one after 6 in a row. It'd be 7th in the last 8 years. But he's got to figure out a 3-point deficit here in the fourth quarter, partner.
Well, a lot of basketball to play, John. You can't panic right now. Take your time, be patient. Make solid passes, make solid plays if you're Miller Grove.
Sam, what's going on over on the sidelines?
Listen to Coach Sharman White there. He said, hey, this is the final 8 minutes, and you guys have to go out and play like you want it. You're going to have to go out and take it if you want this championship. Also going to have to make shots and make free throws. That's what all the Reeds doing right now.
Got the roll. 4th foul on Shimanga. And that could come up big. Anticipate Miller Grove chasing after 24 in the dark jersey for the rest of the quarter.
And see now just a straight 1-3-1 half-court trap.
They clear it, but it's hands in the air once again. Gilbert forcing the turnover, but once again picked back up, and there's Dooms to start it all over again for Allatoona.
Patience by Allatoona. Patience by Allatoona, John.
Trying to drive on Maurice Harvey, the freshman, in the game, getting some minutes.
I say, Allatoona, if I'm Dillon, I'll go back to that motion jump. They came out after halftime and scored 2 baskets back-to-back with the motion offense, cuts to the basket instead of dribble drive.
First foul on Harvey. Played in 26 games this year. So Sharm White has seen something in the freshman to give him minutes. Dylan Ramsey way out high. Guarded by Raylan Richardson. Dooms looking to drive, kick, getting folks up in the air on the 2. Shimanga gets another one. But it's a 5-on-4 power play down here at the other end, rims out.
And they've got to see that, John. Miller Grove had a chance, had a 5-on-4 on the offensive end.
And it's Dooms.
And that's a cramp. I mean, that's a cramp, John. He's playing so hard, and he's just giving everything that it has, John. It's a situation where you have to go to the sideline, get that cramp smoothed out just a little bit, John. He's tough enough. I'm feeling he'll be able to come back.
Dooms, the sophomore, the leading scorer for Allatoona. Has only 7 tonight. First team all-region. 7 points, and you see what else he's done. 5 rebounds, 5 assists. And you'll see coming up, here's what happened. Keep an eye on 23.
Bam, and there's where the cramp comes in.
There it is, right left leg, you can kind of feel it, and there it goes. Great work by the guys in the truck.
Fantastic job.
And some of the best in the business here all weekend long, helping us out here on the great GPB as always. There's your pressure by Miller Grove. There's your outlet found. Kevin Perry comes up with it. Chima Ogboy in the game, 15 for Allatoona.
And John, here's Allatoona with their motion offense, but see, they didn't have to force it. You got a 3-point lead. Why attack? Make the defense come out, get out of control, and you continue to score with your assist and drive to the basket.
Pass intended from Michael Johnson, the junior, who's in now as well. Now he's guarding Altariq. Lines up the 3. Rim, no. Richardson tried to pass it along, but once again, Allatoona comes out with it at 6 minutes. Drive, block, Richardson. Randy LaGrosse set to check back in.
And John, I was getting ready to say that with LaGrosse coming back in, now let's see if he can pick off from when he left, because he was a game changer, John, there early in the 3rd quarter. Can he pick it up from right now? Because his presence is much needed inside the paint for Allatoona.
Turnover coming back. Wolverine drive, body up for 2. And that goes for Maurice Harvey, the freshman. Margins at 1. Allatoona 31-0. Miller Grove 29-2. Miller Grove did not lose to a team inside the state of Georgia all season long. Big drive and the deuce.
That's called spacing out the defense, John. Picking your poison, picking the drive at the right time.
Perry with the 2. He's got 10. Launch. Richardson got it. That's big.
That was a huge shot by Richardson, John. A huge shot. Tie game now. Under 5 minutes to go in the game.
Richardson averaging almost 10. He has 5. 6 tie the game at 44 under 5 minutes. Marcus Hood's going to call a timeout and talk things over with it all square.
And that was a good timeout, John. Now he's sitting on 3 now with the game with 4:46 to go. Now this is a good timeout just to slow the game down, ease your guys. Offensive possession. You just want to take your time, John. You don't want a turnover at this point.
What's Marcus talking about here?
Hey guys, stop panicking. It's a tie game. We've been here before. Do not do anything we haven't practiced on. Just stay to the course and we'll win this game.
Built the program at Hiram after being the girls coach at East Paulding. Only won 4 games in his first year at Hiram. He's built the Allatoona program from scratch. They were 5-21 in the first season there. You see what he's been able to do since. A lot of 20-win seasons. Building a program and a culture at Allatoona. 4.5 to go. Richardson with the swat. That meant someone was open underneath. Missed the layup. Chimanga missed the easy shot. Miller Grove with a chance for the lead.
Now this is when you need a good shot. I mean, you're Al Tariq, you're a McDonald's All-American. You got to make a good play right here. You may not get a basket, but you can get a good assist that leads to a wide open bucket.
Strip. Allatoona comes out with it. Perry will slow it down.
And John, you just can't penetrate against a set defense. I mean, he's trying to be the hero right now. Don't be the hero. Just be a soldier and come home, bring the championship home.
Chimanga with 4 fouls, guarded by Augustin. Give to Kevin Perry. Augustin took the switch. Intercepted.
Offensive
and
foul.
A push off.
Offensive foul.
Push off by Hardy.
Yeah, offensive foul. He extended out that left elbow, John.
Got the interception.
There's the extension. Yeah, offensive foul. Good officiating right there.
Hardy's first at 3:30.
Here's a half-court trap by Miller Grove.
That's dangerous. You straddle the half-court line, you work your way into the backcourt. You can't do that.
Well, a change of defense. You just got to look at Miller Grove. They played man-to-man. They played zone. And here's a bad position to catch the ball. Just not the ideal place you want it, John. Not the ideal place you want to catch the ball.
Another opportunity for Miller Grove. 22 turnovers for Allatoona. Miller Grove with 12.
And John, if I'm Miller Grove, even if we play down 3 minutes, why would we attack? Don't attack. Back up. Just move the ball, reverse it. Let the defense make a mistake. Don't force the play right now. It's a tie game. You have control of your destiny.
Al-Tariq guarded by Chimanga.
See, right now, John, I bring the ball out. Be patient. And just take your time. Don't force the play.
Hardy and Richardson look for a give and go. High off the glass counter.
You know, John, it's a good basket. You take the basket going in, but don't know if that was a solid basketball play.
Colin Young, when LaGrosse got the long pass with the swat from behind, and that's 4 on Young. Here's how Miller Grove took the lead.
Got to get on the floor for that loose ball. Hardy just coming out with the layup underneath the rim.
Hardy with 4. LaGrosse to the line. Missed the first.
And so, John, you're down by 2 points. Make a miss. If you're Allatoona, you might want to extend your defensive pressure so that hopefully you can create a turnover and get a steal and get a bucket.
Second free throw. Got the shooter's roll.
And so you're down by 1 point, John. Let's see what Allatoona does here on this defensive stance.
Second free throw knocked on every door and finally came in through the chimney. Augustin thought about it, tossed it up, foul on the drive in. Let's see who it's called. LaGrosse, he's gone.
Not the foul that you wanted, Johnny, for Allatoona. He's been playing good all night long. Better than he's played all season long, John. But this is okay. Now, coach, bring the team over. Bring the team over. Call them over. Use this as a non-timeout, John, to communicate with your players on the court.
The Gross fouls out with 8. Roland Wooden checks in. It's the last game for the senior. And you lose 5 inches with that sub. Free throw is good. Augustin now is 16.
You got a timeout coming up on the make. Obviously not.
1 of 2. Margin is 2. Coming up on 2 minutes. Chimango will bring it into the front court.
Here's a 3-2 zone. Force the outside shot.
Which gave Allatoona problems in the second quarter.
But now you got to have movement, baseline movement, a little penetration, but somebody's got to move. You can't just stand still.
Doom strip foul.
Again, it started with movement, John. Everyone just can't stand still on a perimeter. Just because it's a 3-2 zone, you just can't be like a deer in headlights. You got to move. You got to cut, get to the open areas. Dooms did it. Now he's at the free throw line.
Foul on Augustin, his second. Miss.
You got to make those free throws, John. You got to make those free throws.
1 for 3 in the quarter, Allatoona. Jackman sits. Second missed off the backboard. Colin Young comes down with it. The margin stays 2, coming up on 90 seconds. Hardy's pass. Lucky to come up with it. Young from the side gets it. The margin is 4.
That was a big-time shot. That was a big-time shot by the corner. I mean, you didn't know if Young was going to make it, John, but because he made it, Coach White was able to call the timeout and get some composure with his team here with 1 minute, 27 seconds left in the game.
Sean White calls a full. An 8-1 Miller Grove run to get them on the +4. That's not a bad winning streak to have in region. 79. 7th title game appearance in the last 8 years when you look at the championships. You see what Allatoona has done in the last 5 seasons under Marcus Hood. 3 straight region titles, 4 of the last 5. Marcus Hood for Allatoona in an unfamiliar place. They're the ones at 31-0. It's 1 versus 2. Sean White's guys have been here before.
Well, they've got to protect the basketball. When there's an offensive possession, John, and Miller Grove has the ball, you got to meet every pass. You got to shorten the pass. You don't want to drive to the basket out of control. Defensively from Miller Grove, John, you got to force the outside shot. Allatoona, let's attack the rim. We don't need outside shots. We don't need threes. Let's try to get to the basket, John, and score and get to the free throw line as well.
3 minutes and 43 seconds ago, Allatoona had a lead at 44-41. Since then,
got to have movement. You got to have movement.
8-1 Miller Grove.
You see, John, they just wasted almost 10 seconds outside without any movement.
Dooms looking in, kick to the corner, 3-shot foul.
And John, how many times have we seen the shooter being fouled beyond the arc over the last 2 days?
Half a dozen times.
I mean, you can't block the shot, just contest the shot and make him either shoot it higher and alter the arc of the ball. But you can't go and block shooter's shot on the perimeter.
Foul on Augustin, his 3rd. Kevin Perry shooting 3.
And see, if you're trying to come back, this is the best time to do it, John. Free throw line, the clock is stopped. You can set the defense. You can do a lot of things to put yourself back into the game when you get to the free throw line.
Perry has 12. There's your free throw numbers. Miller Grove shooting 60%. Allatoona shooting about 65. Got the 3rd. Press off the bucket. No, you're going to lay back. Young, Richardson, and Al-Tariq. Working the perimeter. Back to Colin Young. Double team. Kick to Al-Tariq on the far side. Squeezed by Kevin Perry.
Well, John, it's a one-point game. Miller Grove going for number 7. You've got the state player of the year at the free throw line, and Matt Donald's All-American. This moment was fit for him.
Rim unkind again.
There's the movement. You got to have movement.
Allatoona achieved all of their goals except for one.
Call a timeout, coach. Call a timeout, coach.
He's setting it up.
Call it. You got to call it.
There it is.
There you go. There you go. There you go. So you got 3 timeouts left, John. Call a full timeout so you can be a little bit more patient, set up your offensive play, be prepared for a change of defense, maybe a 1-3-1 or a man-to-man, but do realize that they come out in the 3-2 zone, John. How's Allatoona going to attack that zone?
24 of the 31 games this year that Allatoona has won, they've kept their opponent under 50. Marcus Hood.
You're on the side of the floor, okay? Trey's over here. Don't throw it to Trey this time. Don't throw it to Trey this time. Roll it. Get out. Get a good ball screen right there. E, get on this side of the floor. Bring it up. Trey, get to the corner first. Get it. Inside, yeah. Little wrinkle. Right here, roll it. Ball screen. Go get him. Trey right up. Okay? E, bring it here. Take it out. Bring it back. Dylan. Yeah, screen there. Now once you're coming off, go in the corner. E, if this is not there, they pass it in. Attack back. Take the basketball. Let's go.
Looks like work the perimeter, find a backdoor cut.
Well, no, there's a high ball screen coming, John. Against a 3-2 zone, now you got a 2-man game on the weak side, and you're going to make the perimeter guy on the weak side has to make a decision. Do you take the ball screener, the guy with the dribble, or do you control the guy on the wing? You create a 2-man game against a zone, John. This looks like what he drew up. Let's see.
Dylan Ramsey to inbound to Shimanga.
Right, there's the ball screen. There's the ball screen. It didn't happen.
There's your cut. Corner. Intercepted. Colin Young with the pick. And now he goes to the line.
These are huge free throws, John. You only up by 1 point. 1 free throw, 1 possession game. 2 free throws is a 1 possession game, but you're going to force Allatoona to shoot a 3. Miller Grove has 4 timeouts.
Young's a 76% free throw shooter. Marcus Hood doesn't ice him, and he missed the first.
You might want to call a timeout, Coach White. The reason why, John, if he misses it, you got your defense set. If he makes it, you still got another timeout you can use.
When does Marcus Hood use a timeout? Margins 2 at 5 seconds. There's your timeout. Talk us through what happened that ended in a Colin Young steal.
Well, see, there's the ball screen we talked about, but the ball screen should have been on Al-Tariq, not the guy in the middle, because you can't create a 2-man game. That was an attack opportunity there for Ramsey. Ramsey didn't attack, and just threw the ball to the corner. There's Dooms.
And the pick.
And there's the pick. And so the play was there, but they screened the wrong persons, John. The wrong people.
One more time, Marcus Hood.
There's a press offense.
Right here. Keep coming up.
How can you score in transition?
We're throwing over top of his head, okay? Well, once you get the ball, if you can, get it to eat. Eat. Once you catch it, long time. 5 seconds, long time. Turn, attack, okay? Attack. Mike is spotting up here. Kevin, if he catches it, loop out, then train you right here. Attack hard. You got 3 dribbles, 4 dribbles, kick or finish. Get to the free throw line.
What's it looking like?
Well, be prepared, John. Once the ball comes in, you're going to have a blind back screen come up from the baseline. Once that happens, you will have 2 wings on a perimeter. What he told his offensive guys, you got 3 dribbles to advance the ball. On your 3rd dribble, if you don't pass it, you got to shoot it.
Got to go the length of the floor. Dylan Ramsey looking for a pass to complete. Shimanga. He's got a launch. Ball's on the floor. That's it. Sam Crenshaw talked about in the open the sign that hangs in Sharm White's office. GOTB 34. He got his trophy back on March the 4th, but it was survival.
Well, John, you got the 3 W's there working with Coach White in this program. First of all, John, when you're trying to accomplish something, you got to write it down. That's the first W. The second W, John, you got to work on it. Third of all, he had to wait on it. He had to wait for this day, for this opportunity to be achieved.
Holding up all those fingers. He gets to add another championship. Playoff record for Sharm White, 41-3. It's their 8th title game appearance. And all of those in a row. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Out last year. Now it's lucky 7.
Well, John, it was an ugly game, but you got the W. You know, at the end of the day, it's not how you win, it's if you win. And Miller Grove won. And so that's kudos to them. The kids came out. They made some adjustments in the second half, John, and played a more complete game, which allowed them to come out with the W.
And Allatoona, let's go back to the last play. Run it down for me one more time.
Well, it's a 1-3 setup defensively. Offensively, we said he had 3 dribbles. He went to 4 and 5 dribbles, tried to split the defense, John. Turnover, championship for the Miller Grove Wolverines.
Trying to run through 2 folks there. Jackman was part of that. Trying to cut through the middle.
Yeah.
But you have to say a lot about Allatoona and what they were able to accomplish this year.
Yeah.
31-0.
Yeah.
Getting to this point in a title game.
Well, they got a good team. They got a good game, John. 2 years in a row they've been the state runner-up. They got a feeling. They can feel it. But they've got to go through Miller Grove each and every time. Miller Grove's going to be a team to be reckoned with, John, next year and in years to come, because Coach White, he's just building a dynasty over there each and every year. But Allatoona, John, is right there knocking on the door.
And it says a lot about what Marcus Hood has been able to build. Built at Hiram, built at Allatoona, and he's now to this point. And his coaching is a little unconventional. They take 1 day a week just to work on character at Allatoona. So that's the kind of program that they're establishing and the kind of pedigree that they're establishing there at Allatoona. Special moment again for Miller Grove. Mark Harmon, it's all yours.
Thank you, John Nelson. Time now for the presentation of the Class 5A State Championship to Miller Grove, once again back in the winner's circle. And for that, we turn over the microphone to the Executive Director of the GHSA, Gary Phillips.
Coach White, We'll take just a moment in a celebration to present you with a trophy and a souvenir ball. Congratulations on your state championship.
Coach, you had that sign on your trophy, on your door. Get that trophy back. And this date, well, you're back.
We're back, and we got it back, and we had to earn it over a very, very good basketball team. I'm so proud of the way our guys were persistent, and they kept fighting, and we got to the end, and we finished the race strong. I'm so proud of them.
What's it mean to you to win this 7th one? You won 6 in a row. You missed out last year, but now you're back.
It's like we answered a hunger call because we were hungry from not winning it last year, so it felt like the first time all over again. So I was just proud of the way we responded all year. We played with a chip on our shoulder, and now we hope that the Dix National Committee will give us the shine to be able to go and continue to play in the national tournament.
All right, let me reach in here. Tariq. Tariq, he's kissing the trophy right now. Come on over here. As a senior, you get to go out. How tough was that game today against undefeated Allatoona?
Man, it was a tough game. We fought all game. Big ups to the Allatoona Hoops, man. But I just want to thank my brothers right here. We came a long way, and we fought through adversity, and we got it done.
Aaron, another senior on the team, what does this mean to you to go out with this championship trophy?
It means so much, not only for me, but just for the tradition. We got players that left high school 6 years ago coming back and just giving us advice, so that just showed you how much of a family Miller Grove is. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Hey, Coach Sharm White, one last thing. Shout out to a lot of your fans out there who came down, and they are fired up.
Hey, we love our fans. We love our fans. I want to send a special shout out to my mom and dad watching this game. I love y'all. I love my family. I love my wife. I just wanted to make sure that everybody that had a part in this, our fans, our staff, our community, everybody gets to do, because it wasn't just the guys on the court, it's the whole support staff.
Well, congratulations on number 7, Coach, at Miller Grove.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, and for that, we send it now over to Jackie Britton for our wrap-up show on GPB.